Thumamah ibn Uthal, The Power of Faith.
It had been a few hours since I got back from school. We had guests at home. Not wanting to be in the way, I took my bike and rode a few laps around the yard. Soon, my friends showed up too. After chatting for a while, we decided to play dodgeball. I went inside and brought my ball. We paired up by counting off. Both teams were strong. It felt evenly matched. The game started. Our team was in the middle first. We weren't very good at dodging. Every ball Farhan threw hit its target instantly. And his throws truly lived up to the name of the game. Wherever the ball hit, it burned. We kept switching in and out of the center, but we were twisting in pain. We asked him to throw a little slower. He wouldn't listen. When a hard throw hit me straight in the head, I quit. I quietly picked up the ball and started walking away. Farhan asked me to leave the ball. I pretended not to hear and headed toward home. Inside me, a wave of anger was rising. It hurt so much. Why did he have to throw that hard? From that moment on, I decided I would never join any game if Farhan was there. Lost in these thoughts, I rang the doorbell. When my mom opened the door, she gasped. A huge lump had formed on my head. We quickly put some ice on it. It helped. The swelling went down a little. In time, there wasn't even a trace of it left. But the anger in my heart toward Farhan never faded. If he was in a game group, I wouldn't play. If he asked for my ball or my bike, I refused. If he needed help, I turned him away. Because of him, I lost my desire to play outside, and with each passing day, my anger grew. One day, while I was talking with my grandfather, the doorbell rang. My friends were calling me outside. Of course, I immediately asked who was there, and they said Farhan was with them too. "I'm sick," I replied. My grandfather looked surprised.
"Why didn't you go down, my grandson?"
"Well, it's more enjoyable talking with you, Grandpa."
Haha, but you said you were sick, my child.
"Well, it just slipped out."
Then why did you ask who was there? Is there someone among your friends who makes you uncomfortable?
I knew I had to open my heart to my grandfather. I told him everything that had happened between Farhan and me. I spoke about the anger I felt toward him. Grandpa was surprised. He was especially saddened that I had refused to help him. Evening came. We ate dinner, drank tea, and lit the candles. Grandpa sat in the armchair beside the bookshelf. He lit his lamp and prepared to speak. After a brief greeting, he began.
Our Prophet endured great suffering in Mecca. For 13 years he was oppressed by his own people. There were times when they placed the entrails of a camel on his back while he was praying and laughed at him. There were even times when they attempted to kill him. For 3 years they confined him to a narrow quarter and condemned him to hunger. They swore oaths to take his life, started wars against him, denied him, and mocked him. Time passed. The Prophet migrated. He established his state. He became a great power. In many battles against Mecca, he was victorious. The Prophet wanted to demonstrate his strength not only to Mecca, but also to the surrounding tribes. He prepared small expeditions, sending groups to the Arab tribes to invite them to Islam. If they refused, battles followed. On one of these missions, Muslim warriors captured Thumamah, the leader of Yamama. It turned out that Thumamah had set out to kill the Prophet. They brought him to Medina and tied him to a pillar in the mosque. For 3 days, Thumamah remained bound there, filled with anger toward the Prophet. Whatever the messenger asked, he answered harshly. Yet, being tied in the mosque, he witnessed all the conduct of the Muslims. The Muslims were coming to prayer, sitting with the Prophet, speaking with him. Their closeness, their humility in prayer, their love and devotion to him. All of this astonished Thumamah. After 3 days, the Prophet said, "Untie Thumamah's hands and release him." Thumamah quietly left the mosque. He went to a suitable place, washed himself, straightened his clothes, and then returned to stand before the Prophet. "O Muhammad, by Allah, there was no face on this earth more hateful to me than yours. But now, there is no face more beloved to me than yours. There was no religion more despised to me than yours. But now, it has become the most beloved of all religions." And with these words, he declared his Islam and asked permission to perform Umrah. The Prophet congratulated him and gave permission. When Thumamah reached Mecca, the Quraysh confronted him. "Have you left your religion?" He replied firmly, "I have become Muslim." Then he said, "By Allah, not a single grain of wheat will come to you from Yamama unless the Messenger of Allah permits it." Yamama was considered the storehouse of Mecca. Mecca depended on it for wheat. And Thumamah did exactly what he said. He stopped the wheat supply. The Quraysh fell into hardship. And do you know what they did?
What did they do, Grandpa?
They wrote a letter to the Messenger of Allah.
Even after all that hostility?
Yes, they wrote to him saying, "O Muhammad, we are your relatives. Thumamah has blocked our wheat supply and we are suffering. Command him to lift this embargo."
The Prophet did not accept their request. Did he, Grandfather? I mean, how could he?
The Prophet sent word to Thumamah, instructing him to resume the wheat sales. Because he was a messenger, sent as a mercy to all worlds.
My grandfather's final words echoed in my mind. A messenger sent as mercy to all creation. A messenger who showed compassion even to his enemies.
Thumamah ibn Uthal, the power of faith.